What's up, y'all? Chef Mike's back again, and guess what? We're gonna brew today with our favorite people from Boise Brewing. We're gonna do a little food pairing today. They're brewing beer right now as we speak, so we picked the perfect day to kind of meet the brewer, see what he's got going on and what flavors he's doing. Today we're gonna cook with one of their IPAs. It's gonna be awesome because I got some mango salsa that we're gonna pair with some pork carnitas, and it's gonna go with their juicy IPA. So I'm excited. Let's go take a look at what we got going on inside. Hey, there's one of my favorite friends, Melissa. Say hi, Melissa.
Hi guys, how are you?
We're thirsty.
All right, let's get some drinks. We're gonna
do this.
some Sun Cruiser, I'm assuming.
Yes, ma'am.
Colin's the founder, so he came up with the idea of a community-funded brewery. So what that means is, think of it like the co-op, like the Boise Co-op. You can buy in to own part of the brewery. So the mugs that you see upstairs, each one of those mugs are one of our owners that own a share within the brewery. So that's
awesome.
it makes us unique. Mostly because there's a handful of breweries in the country that have that type of model. And for us, I'm on the sales side of it, but what's awesome for us is just, one, giving back to the community, and two, it's just a hub for all of us, which even if you are an owner like yourself, you could still buy into it today. So it's just a good place for all of us.
That's awesome. And you got the beautiful view of the city. I mean, looks like we got some good shots out there. You get to work in this beautiful environment.
That's like my favorite part of my job is hanging out downtown.
There's always something going on, it seems like, out here. So you guys are a member, you guys go to all the beer festivals and stuff like that?
We're actually hosting a beer festival October 16th, which is a good plug for that. It's called the Hoptober Freshtival. So what we do is we shut down this block out here between 5th and 6th Street, and we have over 20 plus breweries, so not just ourselves, but local and regional breweries. And we set up, they do fresh hop beers. We have some cider, some wines, and we just have a party out front, and it's from noon to 8. And we try to do that every October, so we call it the Hoptober Freshtival.
Oh, that sounds good. So tell us a little bit about some of the awards you guys have won here. I mean, I noticed there's a nice ceiling over there full of awards.
Yeah.
Sounds like your brewer knows what he's doing.
Lance is an exceptional brewer, no stranger to those awards. Our most awarded beer, of course, is our Black Cliffs American Stout. That won the World Beer Cup in 2018. So what's awesome about that is you can see that up there, but we have GABF, it's called the Great American Beer Fest, and what that is basically like the Olympics of beer. And we'll be participating in that again this year. He's actually leaving on Thursday, tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
By the time this airs, we'll know where we stand in that. But it's held in Colorado, and it's a big national competition. So some of that hardware on the walls.
Local beer, I mean, United States, or is it people from all over the world?
It's a big, you have the World Beer Cup, and then you have the U.S. GABF.
So it's U.S. beers.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's thousands of entries.
Yes, it's actually a very prestigious award to even say that we've won gold at that award is really a strong flex for us, but we're super humbled by it, without a doubt. You'll see awesome. That, unless you brought it up, I probably would have forgot about it.
Well, what else you guys got going on here? I see there's probably some new stuff you're going to be doing here.
We are doing some heavy construction next door. So currently right now we don't offer food, which is why you're here cooking us up some lunch. But we will be knocking down a wall next door and opening up a restaurant. So we have partnered with 2 local chefs, and they're going to help us grow in that way, in which you can sit, have food, and have a beer.
So we're drinking the Sun Cruiser right now. This beer is amazing. What I like about it is it does have that tropical notes, and for it being an IPA, it's really light. I mean, it's not as strong.
Yeah, it's technically by style.
What's the IBUs?
It's like 12.
12?
And it's 4.5%. So
perfect.
Yeah.
So good.
I know you're a
day
golfer.
drinker. Yes.
Yeah, I know you're a golfer. So this is that golfing type of beer that you take on the course, because you can have more than one, and it's not going to influence your game as much. It might make it better.
My game needs a little help. Come on now.
It might make it a little better. I don't know.
Thanks for letting us hang out. And like I said, we're going to get some good food in you. And I want you to try everything and see what you think. And this brewery is amazing. I like it here. And we'll definitely try to see if we can come back one more time. You guys invite us out again. We'll try to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Welcome back, guys. Now we're going to make our marinade for our pork carnitas. I got my carnitas ready to go. We got them bagged up. I got them in like 1-inch cubes. That's about all you want. You don't want to make them too small, because once we put them into the Instapot, they're going to shrink. And then you want nice chunks in there, so that way we can pull apart, get a nice crispiness on them when we throw them into the air fryer. So first thing I'm going to do is a couple limes. We got a couple oranges here. We're gonna go right into here in the bowl. Just have a nice little bowl set aside. Got some avocado oil. So we're gonna put some of that in there. Get all the juice out of these oranges. Whenever I'm marinating as well, it's always good to open up one of these bags and just toss the orange in there. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, it just gives it a little extra flavor. We're gonna go with the limes. Okay. Notice I got them split up into 2 bags. I want this to marinate for about 45 minutes to an hour. If you have more time and you want to put them all into 1 bag, you can. And then you can marinate them up to 24 hours if you want to get the most flavor out of it. Oh, these oranges are nice and juicy. Open this bag up. Doesn't matter if any pulp goes in there too, because like I said, this is just a marinated. There's no seeds or anything in these, so you don't have to worry about pulling seeds out later or worrying about crunching on them. So then I'm going to go in with a couple cloves of garlic. We just basically want to rough peel these. They're going to go right into the bags. Don't need to chop them up or anything. Once they cook in the pressure cooker, they're going to disintegrate pretty much. They're just going to be good flavor. The fun thing about this is it's so much more healthier than cooking this in grease. I know we're getting out of the traditional way of cooking carnitas, but I'm trying to be healthy as possible, so the less grease we use, the better. Going with a couple jalapenos. These, you just, same thing, just a rough chop. You can take the seeds out if you don't want them so hot. Just gonna toss them right into the bags. 1 in each. Whoops. All right, that cleared off. Now we're gonna go in with a little bit of soy sauce. Okay. And then some seasoning. So I got some of my Southwest seasoning. You can use pretty much any kind of Southwest seasoning you got. Mine has a bunch of peppers in it and various other herbs. Also got some chicken bouillon, a little bit of granulated garlic, and some lemon pepper. Okay, so what we're gonna do is stir this around. And just make sure it gets all mixed together well. Okay, and then we're gonna cut up an onion to put inside the bag with the pork. This could be a coarse chop as well. Go in here. Okay, so we got everything in there. Next thing I'm gonna do is grab a tasting spoon. I wanna taste this. Right inside that bag, grab me one of those tasting spoons. Thank you, sir. I just wanna make sure I got the right, oh yes, that's perfect. The right acid content and everything. Now we're gonna go into these bags here. Do half in one and half in the other. We're gonna let these marinate, like I said, for about a half hour to an hour. Mix them up, I'm gonna seal these up, give them a good massage. We're gonna throw them in the fridge for a little bit, and then once we come back, we're gonna get them into the Instant Pot. Sear them, that's what I like about the Instant Pot. We talked about this last time, you can do everything in one pot. So we got the sear option on here. They're gonna go in there, sear for a little bit, get a little color on them. We're not too worried about the color right now, because like I said, we're gonna go back to an air fryer. Once we hit the air fryer, we want that crispy crunchiness that you get from Carnitas when you put it in deep fried oil. We're not gonna have the oil today though. So once we get back, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna come back and make some salsa. We'll see you in a minute. All right guys, welcome back. We're gonna start on our salsa now. Since we're dealing with a nice juicy IPA, we wanna pair this with something that's got a lot of flavor. So the reason why we're gonna go with this is because it has a lot of citric acid notes and stuff, so that way we can bring this back in. We're gonna use pineapple. We're gonna do a pineapple mango salsa. So first thing I'm gonna do is, got my bowl here. I bought these organic, cubed up mangoes. I don't know if you've ever tried to cut a mango by yourself, but it takes forever. And these are just as good, so I use these, especially when they're nice and cold like that. So I'm just gonna go right into the bowl with those. These things are delicious. But we're gonna cut the pineapple. So this pineapple is looking really good today. We'll go right in it. All right, so we got our mangoes in there. We're gonna go with some red pepper. Easy way to cut this guy. Let's come around. Done. That way you save every part of it. Easy. We're gonna do some dicing here. You can use red Fresno peppers if you want a little bit more heat, or you can use a different color if you want. I just kind of like to have different colors in this salsa because you want all the vibrant colors to kind of come out, and plus the red one's nice and sweet as well. Same with the jalapenos. We're gonna cut these up in slices as well. The jalapenos, you can take the seeds out or you can leave the seeds in. I honestly leave them in on this one because there's so much acids involved in this. It'll tone down the flavor a little bit so you don't have to worry about it being so hot. I don't know what smells better, the salsa or the beer that's getting brewed behind us. It smells amazing. We caught them right on their brewing day, so we get to meet the brewer. All right. All right, done with that. One with the jalapenos. You can also use serranos if you want a little bit more heat. Even some habaneros if you want. Habaneros go great with citric acid. All right, jalapenos done. All right, now we're gonna go in with our red onion. This one you want to do a nice fine dice on it. So we go here. Your outer skin off. I'm only going to do half of this guy. We don't want it to overpower everything. Some nice fine dice. We're going with a couple limes. You get all the juice out of these guys. All right, done there. Some fresh cilantro. This also goes excellent with any kind of fish tacos as well. So pretty much utilize this for a lot of things. All right, and then we got some seasonings here. A little bit of black pepper. A little bit of Himalayan salt. And a little bit of sugar. All right. Now it's time to cut our pineapple. All right, so we got this cool little pineapple guy here. This takes the core out, which is nice. So we're just gonna go like this and come in. Turn. This makes it so much easier. If you don't have one of these, you're gonna want one, trust me. Once it gets to the bottom, you can feel it because it just spins. And you're just gonna grab it like this. Pull it straight out. Bam, you got your core there. This makes a beautiful drink cup too. Save that for later. Then you're just gonna go like this, take this top off. And boom. There goes all your pineapple ready cut up for you. So now all you gotta do is just cube it up. All right, you're good to go. Now we're gonna give this a good mix. I'm gonna add a little bit of red wine vinegar as well. So just a couple splashes in there. I'm gonna mix this up and give it a taste and see where we're at with seasonings. If you look at all that beautiful color. Smells phenomenal. Give it a little taste and see where we're at with seasoning. Doesn't need anything. We're perfect. So now I'm gonna pop this in the fridge while we're getting we still have our meat marinating. It's gonna be done here shortly. Then we're gonna hit it in here. I'm gonna show you guys how to cook it. We'll be back. We're gonna go grab a beer and we'll be back. All right, guys. All this nice marinated pork is ready to go. So I turned my Instant Pot on, saute. If you have that, or sometimes it'll say brown. Either one will work because you still want it to get a nice little crisp on it. So I'm gonna take out my fruit here. Don't need that in there. Smells delicious. All right. It's getting nice and hot here. We're gonna go ahead and go in with our meat. Make sure you save the juice too, because we're gonna put that in there too. We want all the flavor that we got going on here. So generally, if you were cooking this at home, traditionally, you would have a big copper pot and you'd be kind of full of some oil. Usually it's going to be some kind of like manteca, but this way it kind of keeps it a little bit cleaner. The only oil we have in here is a little bit of avocado oil, so you're really not hurting yourself too bad as if we were floating this stuff in oil. That's what I always want to avoid. Save this. The cool thing about this is such a quick meal to cook. You can do anything with it. You can make tacos. That's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna do a little street taco style. I have some Hawaiian tortillas that I'm gonna use, which are amazing. So we'll do that since we got a tropical theme kind of going. You can also do enchiladas. You can do tostadas. You can do all kinds of stuff with this meat. The good thing about it as well, you see how much I'm putting in here. There's a lot of people I'm feeding today. I got all the brewers excited and all the staff, so we're gonna feed them up. But the other thing about it is this meal right here was very, very inexpensive. The pork itself, I'm only into it about 15 bucks. I use the shoulder with the bone in. You can get, sometimes you get lucky and you find the boneless a little cheaper, so you can go that route. Or you can also get like steak, or sorry, not steak. You can also get pork chops, boneless, cut those up. Every once in a while you go into the market and you'll see carnitas already cut for you. You see that, the work's been done for you. So that's a nice little deal too. But this holds really well too. So if I always make too much, I'll put it into a little bag and then put it in my freezer, mark it. And then when I'm ready to make anything, enchiladas, tostadas, I know I got some meat ready to go. I can pop it out. It thaws really quickly. Make a whole nother meal out of it. All right, that's getting nice and hot. It smells delicious. Once again, like I said, this is the beer we're going to be pairing it with, which is called Sun Cruiser Juicy IPA. We got a lot to talk about when the brewer comes back up to try this, so we'll ask him some questions about what's in it. But he said it was one of his favorites, and it's definitely one of my favorites. So, all right, I'm gonna give this a little bit. We'll be right back. I'm gonna put the rest of the juice in there. We'll close this up. We're gonna put it on pressure cook for about 35 to 45 minutes. Like I said, if you put it too long, everything's gonna shred. We kind of want still to have the chunks, because we're gonna put that back into an air fryer, get it crispy. Once we get the crispiness on there, that's what we want to put inside of our tacos. So I'll be right back, and we'll see you in a little bit. All right, guys, we're back with Lance. We got the brewer here for Boise Brewery, the guy that put all this Sun Cruiser together. So in the time we were gone, we have some of the pressure cooker. We took some of the pork out. We're going into the Ninja air fryer, which is nice because it gives you a little bit of a crispiness on the outside. That's what we want to do. We want to get the Carnitas crispy like you would if you were inside of oil. So as you notice, Lance, there's no oil in these.
Oh yeah.
So we got no oil. We got some fresh salsa here that we're going to pair. Why don't you, while I'm making your tacos, Lance, talk a little bit about the Sun Cruiser and what we got in it.
Yeah, the Sun Cruiser is pretty close to a pale ale. I was telling you a little bit earlier about the way we hop. This one's a little bit different than a normal traditional beer.
Okay.
We take the temperature down during the whirlpool. That's when we add our hops. So that's why it's not as bitter as a normal IPA, but we can still call it an IPA if we want to. It's got a lot of tropical notes to this. So the mango, the pineapple, and the salsa should really like pull out the same
flavors
thing in the beer. Yeah, the tropical
I'm
flavors
excited.
from the beer. So yeah, I'm excited too.
We were talking earlier, I talked to Melissa, and we were talking about the festival and how you guys have gone out there and took some prizes, and it sounds like you're heading out to do some fun out there in Colorado here too.
Yeah, we're heading to Denver for they're having the GABF awards this weekend, so we're really excited.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's when you get to find out how you guys placed and everything.
See who won all the awards, and hopefully we're one of them. But we have been in the past, but who knows? It's different every year.
Oh yeah, we'll keep our fingers crossed for you. All right, this is nice and hot for you.
Right on.
So we're gonna go in there. Like I said, we got the pork that's been marinating. It's been in our pressure cooker, and I need just a little bit of sharp cheddar cheese. The cheddar will actually bounce off of it, give it a little bit of creamy flavor, which is what we need for this.
Right on.
And down here. Hope you're hungry.
Oh yeah.
I got some sweet Hawaiian tortillas too that we're doing this with. So
Cool.
Figure if we're gonna go with the little mango kick, we might as well throw a little Hawaiian in there. You notice all the nice colors that's in this too.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
This should be awesome with this.
Yeah, the tropical fruit in there should pair really well with the Sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's exciting.
All right, brother.
All right, on.
Lance,
dig in.
take a bite and then we'll cheers, and hopefully one day you'll have us back out here again and we'll do another sampling with something different.
Absolutely. Oh my God.
How's the flavors there?
Awesome. Wow. I didn't expect that much flavor from all of that.
All right. Well, Lance, thanks again. Like I said,
Delicious.
thank you.
Yeah.
Boise Brewing, like I said, they're awesome people. Come down, check them out. We're downtown Boise. I'm going to continue to drink some of this and feed the rest of the staff. And cheers.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Have fun out there.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm going to finish these. These are so good.